Good morning, everyone. My name is Stephen Thomas, and I've been going to Faith Church now for a little over a year. And currently, with myself, my wife Shannon, and my kids, Jasmine, Roman, Sam, and Miranda, we've all been coming to faith now for about 9 months. And I would just like to share something this morning that impacted my heart and really changed my life moving forward. A quick little story, a backstory as to why and how this would have been impactful. About 3 years ago, my wife at the time decided that she didn't want to be in our marriage any longer and filed for divorce. My heart in those moments, and even months after that, was filled with anger at myself, at her, at God. There was some frustration, shame. That's what I lived with for around 6 months or so. Then through, a wonderful family that I have, great friends that I have, and ultimately those people pointing me to God, over a period of time, my heart was healing and my life was healing, and my relationship with God was getting stronger and better, but it was still fractured because of ultimately my pride and my own thoughts that my hurt was larger than the gospel, or my hurt was larger and more important than what God was doing. I did not believe that all things worked together for good in that moment because my heart was hurt too much. So Pastor Dan was preaching this message maybe 3 or 4 weeks ago about how David had to be delivered from Saul 4 separate times. And he showed the faithfulness of David to God, and he also showed the faithfulness of God to David. And as I was sitting in church, I realized while I was listening to that I needed to be delivered. And then as I sat and listened to the message more, as Pastor Dan was expressing more of the story, I realized that I have been delivered. I realized that God already delivered me. I realized that God delivered me even through a difficult time. He was delivering me. It all hit me at once that this day, in this moment, I don't have to live in fear, and I don't have to live in anger, and I don't have to live in embarrassment or sorrow, because God has delivered me. And not only has God delivered me over and over and over and over again through the ups and the downs and through the trials and tribulations and everything else, God has delivered me out of my sin through sending Jesus, his perfect son, and dying the perfect death after living the perfect life and giving me deliverance from my sin and deliverance from hell. It was a great moment for my heart, knowing that even though I experienced hurt, I don't have to live in that hurt. Because just like David was delivered from Saul, and the death that Saul was trying to kill David, I've been delivered from my own pride. I've been delivered from my own weaknesses, and I've been delivered out of my wife leaving. And through Jesus and his perfect work, I am ultimately delivered. I just wanted to share that this morning, that 1, preaching is impactful, and 2, my heart was ready to hear that, and 3, God is our deliverer.